Welcome everyone to General Atomics, makers of the Mr. Handy and the Miss Nanny. This place was quite a busy production line of robots back before the bombs fell. Let's head in. There's a wee unmarked quest, a magazine, a few other goodies inside. The lobby is eerily quiet. The receptionist clearly didn't get that far. Let's have a read. Memos. Reminder to the attention of Miss Hines. With the launch of the new Miss Nanny model, customers will be attempting to bring defective units to the factory for repairs. In this situation, please gently remind the customer that our warranty program agreement states that defective units must be shipped through the proper channels before accepted for repairs. Customers may be frustrated, but assure them customer satisfaction is the absolute priority of General Atomics. Also, take this opportunity to tell them about our new quality assurance wing that will minimize the amount of defective units that leave the factory floor in the first place. As a receptionist, you are the first face any of our clients see. Make sure it's a friendly one. So I'm assuming she was new. Coffee preferences, taking this down so I don't screw this up next time. Yep, definitely new. Mr. Kincaid, cappuccino, extra foam, no sugar. Mr. Schmidt, latte, skim milk, 3 spoonfuls of sugar. Mr. Nook, black coffee, absolutely no sugar or milk. And Mrs. Calhoun, coffee with 2 packets of half and half, 1 sugar. Let's look at the calendar for upcoming events. There was a Board of Investors factory tour. There was a factory technician meeting and a factory employee ice cream social before the bombs fell. So the only enemies that you'll be facing in here is, of course, the Mr. Handys themselves. There are 2 bathrooms into the right. And if we go in to this one, find some buff out. You never know. I love the toilets in Fallout 4. There's always a little story behind them. Got some medics in here. And the final one has a Nuka-cherry and what looks to be the remains of a turret. I didn't kill it, and I'm pretty sure there isn't a turret, so we'll ignore that. This door is at the end of the quality assurance test. I'll be showing you how to go through that in, once we get to that part of the factory. The Mr. Handys will be hostile, and you may be sent here on several Radiant quests, and including the Automatron DLC will also send you here, which will make the place slightly different.
There we go.
There's a Tesla Science magazine, making sure your energy weapons do 5% extra critical damage. Always good to pick that up. A very unique portrait that I believe you don't see anywhere else in the game of a little girl. Let's have a look into this door. It's an expert locked one. Once opened, it'll give you access to Mr. Kincaid's terminal. Be sure to pick up his General Atomics ID card. Now, bringing up the map, the factory itself is located in the harbour area near the 4-leaf fish packing plant, and the castle being the closest thing to it. Now, if you've got the General Atomics ID, head on up to the Galleria and you'll be able to use it when you travel up inside the giant Mr. Handy statue. You'll all be revealed there. If you want to watch my video on the General Atomics Gallery, it explains a bit more on that. Let's read his little terminal here. Job assignment. Congratulations on your promotion, Mr. Kincaid. We hope your transition from the factory goes smoothly. As the on-site human supervisor of the General Atomics Galleria, you will be helping to pioneer a new shopping experience for the expanding General Atomics customer base. We assure you that this will be a comfortable job and require very little effort or stress on your part. Your responsibility will be simply to observe the operations of the completely automated staff. We expect very little intervention will be required on your part, as the robotic staff has undergone strenuous testing before being deployed. Thank you for your service to the company, General Atomics Corporate. Thanks for nothing. I put years of my life to keep this factory running, and this is how they treat me. I'm supposed to babysit a bunch of robots while they play shop? This is ridiculous. They don't think I can see what this really is. Ageism. I can still do the job as well as any 25-year-old, but they all tell me, Mr. Kincaid, it's time to retire. Mr. Kincaid, you should travel. Mr. Kincaid, you should spend time with your family. Well, I don't want to do any of those things. I want to sit here and run the factory like I have for years. This job will kill me. I am literally going to be bored to death, and it'll be their fault. Obviously, Mr. Kincaid did not enjoy his promotion. So this is the first giant room that you'll come to. It's a robot production line. You can also access using the bottom store here. It brings you back into the reception area. One big giant loop once you complete the quality assurance test. So, Well, check it out. There's a wee Nuka-Cola machine. Oh, you gotta love that. I love seeing Nuka-Cola Quantum. So, this room has a lot of junk, but it has this interesting, like, locked-in room. You can't get into it, but you can see there's Radaway. You can see a chem cooler. This door cannot be opened. Now, there is a terminal that doesn't open anything. So, either it was a bit of cut content, or they forgot about it, or, well, you'll see the terminal later on. Moving up to the next level, you'll find that there is a Mr. Handy and a turret. The Mr. Handys will all swarm you, so, you know, be careful. Try not to take on too many at once. I've had a gruesome end to that a few times. If you need steel, just walk along the production line, pick up all the gears and whatnot. It is heavy, so you'll want to clear your inventory before coming along here. This will access the next portion of the factory. Alternatively, you can unlock it using the terminal here, which will open the ground floor. Going inside, lots of goodies, crates, ammo, lots of junk. Literal junk. But when it comes to crafting, it's one of the best locations for steel and components. A little bit of first aid and the test area to the QA department. We will go in there after we finish up this room. It's the one where the automatron will be in, so we'll head up here, in through here. Either you use the terminal to open the doors. There's no test to it. The RoboBrain will be sitting here. It may actually be locked to a certain difficulty level when you're doing that quest. Alternatively, you can drop from upstairs, which we'll show you here. If you're not doing the Automatron DLC, there will just be a Lieutenant or a Colonel Gutsy just sitting here. Steamer trunk and an armor workbench for you to work with. Let's head back on out. You can see not much is going on at this level. There's a little side room here that we can open. Not only did they produce the Mr. Handys, they also produced the Mr. Gutsies. General Atomics were very busy in both civilian and military life. Would they have been a good company to work for? That begs a big question, doesn't it? Was any company in this universe good to work for? Maybe Slocum's Joe. Maybe them. A wooden crate before moving into here. And we've got this expert terminal. When unlocked, it will give you turret control. That's about it. None do anything else. Now we can drop down, and this is where you can take on the RoboBrain. Sometimes I use up there to attack the RoboBrain if I'm playing at a higher difficulty. Because once you open the door, it can get out, but if you use that hole in the roof, it can't get out. So let's jump back down. We're going to head over to the test area. Now this can bug out. My big recommendation here, if I had to make one, save the game. Save? Yeah, save the game. And do what I do. You're basically pretending to be a Miss Nanny robot. Let her finish before you do anything.
Insurance associate will be playing the role of your hypothetical charge, Little Timmy. Little Timmy has broken a valuable vase while playing catch in the house. The vase was a family heirloom, and it is quite irreplaceable. Please punish the child accordingly.
So you have to punish the child. Do not hit the child. Turn the radio off. Easy.
Was separation of the child from any potential source of entertainment. And please remember, corporal punishment is strict.
Do not hit the child. I think it fails it.
Enables it in your configuration mode. Please proceed into the second test.
So then we go in here.
Proper Miss Nanny unit must be able to identify the needs of her charges. Please assess the state of the crying child and fulfill its needs.
So the test baby's crying. Grab the large baby bottle. Grab the test baby. And give it with a junk. The baby's bottle. Large baby bottle.
Correct.
There we go.
The child was hungry. Your vocal tonality analysis programming seems to be in working order. Please take this opportunity to reconfirm that any...
Don't pick anything else up until you finish this test.
Left in your programming. Now please, proceed into the...
Now this is the one that always catches people out.
Now test your hazard detection matrices. Please childproof this environment by moving any hazardous object to where little hands cannot reach. Please remove any hazardous objects.
Grab the machete. The wrench that always throws people off here. Very hard to spot. And the Abraxo. Don't want the child eating that. Boom. You've completed quality assurance.
Please remember, children have a penchant for finding ways to harm themselves. They never are truly safe. Absolute diligence is required.
Be sure to take that Giddy Up Buttercup. Great junk item.
And ready to return to service. Please take a replacement fusion core from the safe in the hallway on your way out.
Boom! You get 3 fusion cores for this. Stim packs and a load of pre-war money. It's a good time all around. Opening this brings you back, and now you have successfully completed the General Atomics Factory. Now, it wouldn't be like me if I didn't show you some of the unmarked locations nearby. So there's the 4-leaf fish packing plant. But in the middle is a construction site to a factory or some industrial building that never got finished. It is currently occupied by some super mutants. Clearing them out will get you some goodies, and you can find quite a few things lying around. When it comes to the dock area, head over here, and there's always a random encounter behind this truck. In this case, it's a load of dead raiders. I imagine Pikmin's calling card may be nearby. Follow on around, you'll get yourself a Nuka-Cola quantum machine, trash cans, and a few other bits and bobs that you can loot. When it comes to the back of the factory itself, there's just a massive tugboat, as well as the loading area. Obviously, not much going on here. As for the tugboat, also not too much going on. It remains pretty empty. Now, you might have been wondering, is there anything on the roof? But for the General Atomics Factory, there is not. Nobody put any catwalk or anything, which kind of surprises me. I mean, it wouldn't have taken a lot to just stick one in and, you know, throw a little stash here and there. I know it's probably to keep people's focus on 4-leaf fish packing, as you can see. Now, what we will do, if we drain the water away, you can see the Boston Airport in the distance, a plane crash, and yes, the giant Yanzai submarine. That doesn't actually spawn until you do the quest and you go over to it. Otherwise, it's actually missing. It's a pretty damn big sub, isn't it? Let's see anything else under the water. Just lots of debris around the docks area. But I always like to show you anything and everything. There's a little loading bay to the Gwyneth factory. We'll be moving on to that one next. And then there's another unmarked factory over there that actually has a really interesting story to it about the bombs falling. They actually knew, the foreman of that factory knew the bombs were falling. So I recommend you go in and read that terminal if you have a chance. In terms of enemies outside, the super mutants are your biggest threat. Once you deal with them, unless there's a random encounter here, the Mr. Handy's inside will be your only problem, and Automatron does not change that. Hopefully you found out something new in this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next one as we go to the Gwyneth Brewery.